he said, I can move around, I just can't run. I just didn't see the respectable thing to do to put a guy out there who can't run. So, TJ, I think TJ has a bright future. He's going to do a lot of good things. And I thought, maybe some of the, he might be able to run, what I'm saying, make some plays. But really, at the end of the day, I just don't think you can put a guy out there who can't defend and protect himself. I don't think that's the right thing to do. So, the trainers didn't want him to go out there. So they didn't say, no, he can't. And they're just kind of like, hey, he shouldn't be out there. So I'm running too much to the group and asking to play. You're hurt like this.
With TJ was in there, how much of your playbook how much could he handle of what you guys wanted to run in terms of putting in the game plan this week?
Yeah, he did all things in practice. We had to go to wristband, just some of the verbiage and all that stuff. He doesn't get as many reps at it, so I think some of that stuff. On that one drive in that red zone, the play we fumbled the snap. I think we walked in on the screen. We had a great play for a zero call, and so. But he did a good job. And I had to call timeout one other time where we were just kind of discombobulated with how we were lined up. So, your first time playing in that situation, in that crowd, in that atmosphere. He did admirably. If he has to play next week or the full week, I think he'll play really well. So proud of him, proud of his effort, proud of the way he went out there and did it. But obviously, a 10 starting quarterback, lose your starting quarterback, and a freshman goes out there, there's going to minimize some. And I think just some of the things, just like had to get into the huddle a little bit more so he could communicate it. Obviously it's not what we had planned on, but it is what it is.
How would you size up the defense tonight? They obviously good first half, those two long pass plays got you in the second half a little bit.
Yeah, anytime we give up 200 yards rushing, we're not going to be happy. At the same time, I don't think anyone's held them, for 21 points very often. They're explosive, and so I thought they had some really, really good moments, some valiant moments. But we lost the game, so we'll not get that.
Matt, what was your view of the play that Dylan got hurt on? It looked like kind of a lot of chaos back there in the pocket.
Yeah, we had run the ball, and then we called a play action pass. So it's it's kind of a one-on-one shot to Dane, and I have to see the play. I haven't seen it. I think you would say to yourself, I think on that play you're not thinking it's maxed up protection, like hey, you're taking a shot, not there, get out of it. I think Dylan was trying to make a play, and it ended up, unfortunately, getting him hurt. I have to see exactly, what happened, to see who, what, when, where. But we had good rhythm. We were running the football, and so he ran that play. He ran that play again. He actually called the play action pass once before, and Dylan audible to the run because of the covers they were in. We had the one-on-one covers. He said, I'm going to take a shot to the receiver, and just, the guy made it feel like the guy wasn't covered, and then just kind of held it and started running around. So in that situation in the red zone, we just get to take it. I'd love to just protect the football and get out of there and get away with points. I look forward to seeing it on the tape.
How good did you feel at that moment? 14-6, you just got a turnover. You're in there red zone. Like you say.
I think for us, we know, like I said, I think you guys would know better than me. They score a lot of points a lot of times, right? So we knew we would just have to keep playing, right? So to me, it wasn't like any one play was going to win or lose the game. The third, we were just kind of like, hey, kind of go back to the decision to take the points instead of kicking, going for a foot. It was just kind of like, hey, let's just keep collecting points. I felt like it was just going to be a battle to the very end. So, we punt the ball, we get the takeaway with Marshall. Obviously, it was a great play, a great adjustment by him, and then we have the turnover. But we should keep battling back and forth, and try to make more plays. At the end of the game to win the game. And they ran the flea flicker that obviously flipped the field on us, and then got the pass interference call to put the ball down there tight. Other than that, we were holding people. We've done a pretty good job of holding them to field goals.
Is there do you guys have a flip the field play that you considered there, even though TJ was in the game, with knowing that it was probably going to be hard for him to do all the things Dylan was doing?
Yeah, I think we threw, I don't know the exact amounts. We threw a couple balls down the field, like the same kind of plays to Isaiah and some different guys. At the end of the day, we were right there with them. Twice they made contested catches, made good plays, and so our DBs made a lot of plays on the ball early in the game. They made a couple plays at the end, but we did put a couple shots up there for TJ and to those guys, and then a lot of things were just read out, right? Like it's a shot to a check down, and we called a double move to Ja'Cory, similar to the one we ran against Michigan State, and TJ scrambled on it. So I think we called some of them, just, it might not seem like that when you're kind of watching.
To kind of expect them to run Mayava that much and that way that they did there. Right?
Yeah, you know, we knew the way we were playing them early on that they were going to, and we were chasing the counter. We knew they were going to do that. There's always a player for the quarterback. A couple times the player was there and Mayava made the play. So, you know, at the end of the day, on defense, you have to get off blocks and tackle and make plays, and he made some nice plays. John made the adjustment after that to kind of, hey, we're going to play the quarterback more. And, you know, that led like that at the end. We had a nice play. We're going to the quarterback for a loss. But yeah, that's part of their offense, right? They'll run the quarterback when you know, when you chase the counters. And there's really nothing there. Obviously, the nice trick play, there's really nothing there that was surprising or, you know, just kind of what they do.
Can you speak to the energy that you guys got from the crowd at the beginning and being up 7-0 after the first quarter? Did you feel like, looking back, that there was an opportunity to have done even more on offense there?
Again, like I said, Mitch, like I just know it's gonna be a battle. I mean, you know, they played Notre Dame to the very end. They played it. You know, all along I told the guys, like, we're gonna play back and forth. It's gonna come down to the end, and you're gonna have a chance to win the game. And the chance to win the game, you know, could it have been better? Should it have been better? Absolutely. But you know, we kind of do this. That's what it would be like. It's a big time football game. They're in the position they're in as a result of what they've done. Yeah, I thought the crowd was amazing. The energy was amazing. The atmosphere was electric. I thought it was special. I thought our guys, like I said, had some. You lose your quarterback, your left tackle. You have a couple tough breaks go against you, and you continue to battle. That's why I love these guys. So I think that's why we're probably, you know, the loss is hard to take, but it is what it is. Yeah, you know, I thought we had a good plan to run the football, and pop some runs early that helped us.
Matt, Emmett went over 1,000 yards tonight. Can you speak on his effort, what he gave you guys?
Yeah, I thought he was, as always, I thought he was elite. Caught the ball, ran the ball, made plays, and proud of him. I thought our offensive line blocked and protected well, and really had really sack gave up without, you know, that the one play action pass that unfortunately got to hurt. Maybe there was another one you guys know, but no, Emmett just continues to compete and fight and scratch and claw, and you know, unfortunately, we're able to win for him.
Actually, that he was trying to go when you guys call it for him.
Once he was hurt, they never came to me and said, hey, he's up. So I didn't have much. I knew, you know, he's had a history with that ankle, and you know, he was in a lot of pain on the field. So when I walked off the field, I was like, I didn't think he'd be able to go. Thank you, guys.